Ladies and gentlemen, this morning the President chaired a virtual limited meeting on the job creation law, together with government officials and governors. In this law, there are 11 clusters that generally aim to carry out structural reforms and accelerate economic transformation. Meanwhile, these clusters are matters of simplification, matters of investment requirements, manpower affairs, matter of land acquisition, matter of facilitation, matters of research and innovation support, matters of government administration, matters of imposing sanction, matter of facilitation and empowerment of micro, small, and medium enterprises, matters of investment and government projects, as well as economic affairs. In the limited meeting, the President emphasizes why we need a work copyright law. First, every year, there are around 2.9 million new working-age young people entering the labor market. So the need for new jobs is very urgent, especially in the midst of a pandemic. There are approximately 6.9 million employed and 3.5 million workers affected by COVID-19, and as much as 87% of the total working population has an education level of high school level and below, we are where 39% have primary school education, so it is necessary to encourage the creation of new jobs, especially in the labor-intensive sector. So, the job copyright law aims to provide as many jobs as possible for job seekers as well as the unemployed. Second, the work copyright law will make it easier for the community, especially micro and small business, to open new business, reducing overlapping regulation and complicated procedures. Business licenses for micro and small business are no longer needed, only registration. Very simple. The formation of a PT or limited liability company is also made easier. There are no more restrictions on minimum capital, and the formation of cooperative is also made easier. There are only 9 people cooperative have been formed. We hope that there will be more cooperative in the country. Micro and small business engaged in the food and beverage sector, whose halal certification is financed by the government. For example, permits to fishermen to catch fish only go to the work unit of the Ministry of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries. Third, this work copyright law will support efforts to prevent and eradicate corruption. This is clear because by simplifying, by cutting and integrating the licensing system electronically, illegal levies can be eliminated. However, it can be seen that have been demonstrations against the work copyright law which are basically motivated by disinformation regarding the substance of this law and hoax on social media. For example, there is information that mentions the abolition of the provincial minimum wage, district city minimum wage, provincial sector minimum wage. This is not true because, in fact, the regional minimum wage still exists. There are also those who say the minimum wage is calculated per hour. This is also not true. There is no change with the current system, which can be calculated based on time and result. Then there is news that all leave is abolished and there is no compensation. I emphasize this is also not true. Leave entitlement remain and are guaranteed. Then can the company unilaterally lay off any time? This is also not true. The truth is that a company cannot unilaterally lay off employee. Then there is also the question of whether social security and other welfare have disappeared. The truth is that social security still exists. What is often reported that is not true is that the AMDAL, Environmental Impact Analysis, was abolished. It is also not true the AMDAL still exists. For large industry, a strict study of the AMDAL is required, but for micro-medium enterprises, the emphasis is more on assistance and supervision. There is also news that this word copyright law encourages the commercialization of education. That is not true because what is regulated is only formal education in special economic areas, while educational licensing is not regulated in the word copyright law. Then it can be seen that the land bank. This land bank is needed to guarantee public interest, social interest, national development interest, economic news and land consolidation, and agrarian reform. This is very important to guarantee public access to land ownership, and so far we have not had land back. I also emphasize that this word copyright law does not decentralize authority from the regional government to the central government. Licensing for business and supervision is still carried out by regional government in accordance with the norms, standards, procedures, and criteria set by the central government. So the service standards are created in all regions, and the application of these norms, standards, procedure, and criteria will be regulated in government regulation. In addition, the licensing authority for non-licensing tries to remain with the local government, so there are no chance we even sample standardized types and procedure for doing business in the regions. So that's all my assignment for today. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.